Hello everyone and welcome back to our IndyCar series, and welcome to the Barber Motorsports Park, of course ready for round 4 of the season, which is our second race. Of course we got things underway for us at Long Beach and it went badly, courtesy of a crash. And I know this episode's a week late, but still, let's jump into it. Alex Palou on pole position, Rinus VeeKay, who did go very well round here. IRL starts on the front row, Scott McLaughlin, Christian Lundgaard, who of course was victorious in our series last time out, our teammate. He was the driver we were battling with when we decided to bin it hard into the barrier like an absolute idiot. You find us back here on the third page, obviously starting from 17th position. We kind of qualified around here before. I think it was 13th, wasn't it, last time out? So 17th, a little bit slower, struggling a little bit more for speed. Pato O'Ward also back here, finished second last time out, so not ideal. Obviously Callum Ilott, who actually ended up finishing in third position back at Long Beach, also a little bit around where we are on the order. There you go, you can see the final few positions. Let's jump in. Half distance race, 45 laps around here at Barber. So yes, I know we're a week late, but we are still here at Barber. We'll be doing the IndyCar Grand Prix, the Indy Grand Prix rather, a little bit's time next week. That'll be absolutely fine. But Barber, 45 laps ahead of us, qualifying, I would say mid-pack, but slightly below it. That'll be absolutely fine. I feel good about our long run pace. We're starting here on the primary tyres. Most of the other drivers, they're on the alternates, but I think they drop off quite quick, especially on a sunny day like this. Let's jump into it. Let's see where we go. Pace car is into the pit lane. Obviously, we're battling for the race victory with Lundgaard, who's up there in this race back in Long Beach. And we crashed out. Let's try and not do the same thing again. Everyone's going to go a little bit cautious at T1, I'm sure. Oh, we weren't, though. Whoa, big old lockup. Tyres are chilly willy. Leave it to the outside here of Stingray. Oh, sorry, no, of Callum Ilott, rather. Have a little lift over the crest, because otherwise you spin out on cold tyres. Still alongside with Ilott. I was very early on the brakes there. I just didn't want to send it on Kiffin Simpson. A little bit of contact with Ilott as well, but we got through. Okay. That's an okay start. See if we can somehow sneak our way through here on... Well, Kiffin Simpson. Hello. Bit of a slide. Nice one. Again, bit of a lift here on cold tyres, although we've understeered like mad. I didn't turn right fast enough. I would say that was understeer, but actually that was just incompetence. Right, AI loves a dive bomb up here. That is something that I noticed in practice. They absolutely adore the big send. So we'll keep note of that through the race. It's going to happen. Not a great start, but only, oh yeah, one position gain still. It could be worse. Oh, there's battling happening behind as well. Santino Ferrucci trying to come past on Callum Ilott. Ilott fends him off. Come on, Lewis, focus. Big beat. You can go quicker than this. Just need to settle into the race a little bit. I didn't even realise Newgarden's qualified terribly as well. He's down here in 13th. I'm sure I would have already covered that off on the intro when I went through the grid, but still. Just got to wait for those alternates to drop off a little bit on pace, because they will do. So it's back keeping up for now. These primaries should run decently into the race. Oh my god. Ho ho! Okay, he was so early on the brakes there. Oh my goodness. Should be running somewhere in the low 1 minute 10s on this tyre and this fuel load. Obviously the last lap was a 10.9. I think this lap's going to be a little bit quicker, maybe a 10.4. Whoop, little slide there on the rear. Nice. 10.7. Okay. Whoa, that was a big slide from Graham Rahal. Big old slide. Once again, by the way, I have reduced the fuel tank size. I can't remember how much I reduced it by. I think it's the same, 66%. Yeah, 2/3 of the tank is what we had back in Long Beach. So basically got 35 litres of fuel left, so it's less than normal. Just to spice up that strategy on a half-distance race. We're burning about 2.7 litres a lap, and I feel like we're getting a little quicker now. Trying to think of what's actually possible in this race. Top 10 is definitely possible. I think a top 5 is as well. Big slide from Kiffin Simpson at T1. They're going to burn out their tyres very quickly if they keep doing that. I was trying to see who was leading there. It's the number 10, so it's Palou, isn't it? Saw it on the timing tower on the left-hand side as you run down into the hairpin. I'm just driving calm at the moment. I'm not using any push to pass. We will start using it. We will start working around. But then again, push to pass around here. I'm not really sure where it's like hugely advantageous to actually make that move. Maybe down to the hairpin, I guess. Maybe down to T1. Here we go. Let's get on it. Easily done. Kiffin gave us that one. And a big slide again from Graham Rahal. That was a nice move, though. Very tidy. I do see, obviously, that Malukas up ahead is actually running on the hard tyres as well. Or rather on the primaries. Well, hello. That's not a downshift. The primaries. Okay, expect a dive bomb from Kiffin Simpson up here. They love it. We were far enough ahead. We're okay. So the thing is, I think we're going to start like getting close to PBs. And they're starting to struggle on those tyres. This is why I think this is the right strategy, starting on these. We are basically one big train as well, so that's always a good sign for us. Just got to watch out for the dirty air. Quite close here to Graham, but obviously not going to do it down here. Way too quick of a corner unless we're alongside beforehand. Out wide, try and... I was going to say try and hold it a little bit tight to the penultimate corner so that we can get a good run through the final. We did not get a good run through the final. I'm saving the push to pass. I'm going to use it potentially down into the hairpin. I could maybe have made a move here at T1. And once again, another big slide. Here we go. Come on. As soon as we get over the crest, we'll get on the button. Straight down the inside, no problem. Oh, we've run him out wide a little bit. It's a bit of contact, but it's fine. Just drifted off the apex a little bit where it's as it drops off on the inside. I am once again using the adaptive AI, the hard difficulty on the adaptive AI. And it's, like I say, it's interesting. I feel it needs to be a little bit harder. Like, at least that's what I felt at Long Beach. We'll see how far we like work our way through this field. But it is good to have to think about it. I just like hit the button, press play, and in we go. And it generally gives me a good race, so, you know, banter it up. Let's get on the button here, see if we can maybe get past Newgarden. Whoa! Whoa, 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 bruv! Ow! How is my car? Let's see. He just drove straight up the rear end of me. No caution, I think he's got to get back going again. Cautions are on, I think. The car feels fine. How annoying. Just drove straight up the rear end of me. Maybe I was a little ambitious with the pass down there, but damn. There was some pretty aggressive battling up ahead, I think, between Colton Herter and whoever's inside the top 10 with him. As you can see, Newgarden has got back going again. Got about 6 laps, I believe, left to fuel. I was looking at my fuel number. Whoops. Not the time to do it into T1, Lewis, you absolute idiot. Nice one. Go on, pilot driving. 6.3 laps of fuel is what it says. At least on my average, anyway. So we'll be boxing not too long. Probably should set up the stop. It'll be a 2-stop race then based on that, which is fine. But I think we want to go alternates. And again, these primaries have been good. And those alternates do look like they're going off quite quick. So I wonder if we go alternates for the next stint and make it as long as possible. Again, a couple of people in the pit lane. Oh, there's a few 3 stops then. Hello. Including Alex Pillow. Renus VK as well. Surely they're on 3 stops. From 12 to... Yeah, they would be. They just can't get that fuel number. Then again, they're so much faster than we are. So who knows. A few of them tried it back in Long Beach. But Long Beach kind of... I think Long Beach is obviously harder to make it work at than here. I think a few of them have been struggling on tyres because I think the pace of this group has actually increased since they've pitted. Or not, not directly since then, but like just generally over the last few laps. Who's leading? 27. Who's the 27? Is 27 Rossi? Oh, Kyle Kirkwood. I was going to say, Rossi's number's 20. Well, couple of slides. Okay, they're coming in now. Thing is, our tyres I still think are really quite good to just keep going. And look at this train. There's a few people in here that are struggling. How far does this train go up? This train goes up to 3rd, which is Felix Rosenqvist. Just keep the pressure on. Graham Rahall's obviously right behind us, and never know, he still might go from even that final sector because they love it down there. Love it. We're just conserving. We've got 2 laps of fuel left to go. Let's set up the box. Whoops, I was too busy setting up the box. Oh, sorry, bro. I'm going to say absolutely not to that one. Sorry, Graham. Just double checking there's actually doing all the bits that I need. And we'll stay on the primaries. They're all pitting. We're going to hold a tight line here because I just don't want to be driven over if he's coming into the pit lane. He is. See? And we stay out for the one more. So they're all 2 stopping. We've got 1 more lap of fuel over them, so that's fine. We'll use it. Not by much. We've got 1.4 laps, but you know. And Alex Palou on a 3-stop strategy is up into 2nd spot then. Well, obviously, he'll back to the net race lead, but he's only 9 seconds behind us, which shows how strong he's been this race. Could make that 3-stop work. Same with Lundgaard, same with Renus. Okay. So straight in a pit lane then, and I'm not a massive fan of this pit entrance. Well, or that chicane there, because I'm terrible at it. Nice. So there we go. Stay out wide. I could have said it a bit more there, but I had 1 full send in practice, and I nearly caked the barrier, so I thought, let's go a little easier, shall we? No prizes for crashing on pit entry. I can see my boys. Let's bring it in. Make sure not to actually miss our box or run them over. We stopped a bit short. It's fine. Right, and away we go. Straight back out into it. Right, where are we ending up? I think we're still going to be behind this group, as expected. But where they've struggled a little bit on cold tire. Oh, no, okay. I thought we were going to actually have jumped a couple, but actually we've come... Oh, we've jumped Malukas. Okay. Kiffin Simpson's closed the way right back in. Watch out for the cold tyres. We didn't... I thought we were going to jump Rahal maybe a little bit, but I don't know. Well, I say jump Rahal. He's jumped us. He's made that work. But look, we're still one big train. And where's Malukas? Malukas has actually switched onto the alternates. Obviously, Malukas being the one behind us. Oh, wow, these tyres are cold. He might get us hit. Yeah, there he goes. Whoa! Oh, he might have broken my front wing a little bit there as well. I don't know. It seems okay. That was a full-on... I told you they love it. I told you they love it. Oh, my God. Should have seen that one coming from a mile away. Whoa, look at the big slide through him. Bro is not scared. Whoops. That was my bad. Just went out wide and then I was too busy. Again, I'm just too busy focused on something else here. I'm being very stupid. My apologies. Dig deep. Our car is like an absolute tank. It is a little more oversteery than before, but I'm struggling a little bit on these tyres to actually get them into the temperature window. But that's on me. That's on me. Come on, let's refocus. We should not be driving this poorly. Then again, I know like early in the stint, like, I'm not very good compared to the AI. Well, sorry, it's actually kind of interesting. The first like 2 or 3 laps of stint, I'm generally like faster than them. And then like a few laps after I struggle, and then yeah, obviously after that, like we're fine. The long round pace is absolutely fine. Personal best lap of the race. Okay, let's do another one of those, please. Whoop! Careful. Getting a little too happy with the rear end. I think Malukas might already be struggling with his tyres. He was sliding them around, especially when he made that move on us. Don't know why I've got on the button, but we're going to get on it anyway. Whoa, my God, he loves sliding it into T1. That car has no rear end. Once again, we're going to have a look here. I'm using push to pass just because I've got to use some of it, and otherwise I'm going to have so much left over at the end of the race, and I'm going to think, why don't I use it? But I don't really want to make a move now down into the chicane after that instant with Newgarden, because I feel like everyone else will just do the same thing. Callum Ilots, by the way, closes his way back into this. Whoa, slow run. Just can't do anything. We're not fast enough there. Whoa! Oh, wee-oh! I'm scared. Yeah, Malukas is done. He has burnt those tyres to a crisp, because he cannot keep up with Graham Rahal. He keeps sliding it at T1. He's been sliding it through the SS section at the back. He is not having a good stint so far. There's a slide from Kiff, Kiffer Simpson. Yeah, let's go for him. Send that in deep. That's okay. Straight around the outside we go. Gave him plenty of room. Completed the pass. He's going to go for something here. So we're going to sit in the middle of the road, make sure he doesn't do it. We'll get on the button out of the final corner here just to make sure we built a gap down into T1. Saw his slide, saw his moment, went for it. Now we just need to do the same thing on Malukas. Oh, he's getting defensive. Couldn't go anywhere. That's okay. Like I said, I don't really want to do anything into the chicane unless we're completely ahead. Whoa, he is defending hard. I think he's really feeling the struggles of that rear end. But we just absolutely clobbered that curb. No way. Kiff him back out, bruv. Kiff him back out, bruv. All right. Whoa. Go on, lad. God damn. Name me any other AI that would actually give that a go. That's wild. All right, we've wasted enough time with Malukas now and with Simpson. Let's get past and get up to the battle that we're actually supposed to be in, I feel. No more time for dilly-dallying. Thing is that the marbles that are building up offline that are making this a little more tricky to get it to the outside. Which is why, like, when I hit that curb at the chicane, I went straight on and couldn't turn it, which is obviously what killed us at Long Beach as well. A misjudgment from me, the tyre marbles, and away we went. They're battling up ahead. Going to bring those all closer to us. Getting less sliding from T1 now from Malukas. He's settling the rear end down on that car now. Goes to the outside a little bit here, but again, there's not going to be a path. Whoa, hello. We're close again. But obviously they take such an aggressive line at the penultimate corner, we definitely can't make the move that they try. Here we go. We can get him at T1. He backed out of that one. He's been struggling the rear end through there for the last few laps, so that was our opportunity. And look, these lot are all struggling behind Ericsson. So hopefully whilst they are, that might be a bit easier to pick off. Maybe not like this though. Got a little bit too close to the rear end there, Marcus Armstrong. Marcus. Well. Ooh. What a noise. What a woe. Whoa, out of the pit lane. That scared the life out of me. It's Renus VK, fresh out of the pit lane on a 3-stop strategy. I was not ready for that. VK did have really good speed around here IRL, so it's good to see him actually having good speed around here in game as well. Obviously, we're not that long away from pitting for our final time. They've still got to make one more stop, but yeah, they're right there, so you know. They're in a good spot. Whoa, offline. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We rescued it. Rescued it. Rescued it. Still trying to drop it. Nice one. Alex below, by the way, is in 5th position, so he's a little ahead of us in that group. I think he's actually the head of that group, the yellow and red car. Obviously DHL. So Pelot's in an unreal spot to win this race. Whoa, there's Graham to the inside there. He kind of left it in late, but do you know what? Your tyres are in a lot better spot than mine, bro. You go for it. And we'll just use this to save a little fuel. See if we can jump any of these people in the pit sequence. It's been so hard to pass. But this here is going to be ruining Renus's race. Where I'm pretty sure he would have been quite close to the back of Alex Pelot pre-pit stop. Obviously he ain't anymore. But you can see the speed that he's got over Renus and that. There he goes. Can't do anything about it. I think... Whoa, Renus with a big moment. Do you know, actually, no. He's got better tyres than us. We're just saving fuel. No point in making a hard situation much, much, much harder. And then he's likely to drive over the rear end of us here as we're like looking after stuff. It ain't worth it. We have struggled to move forward today, though. That is for sure. But I actually found it much easier to work our way forward at Long Beach of all places, you know. But yeah, Renus is not our battle. Hopefully everyone else will be pitting this lap. It is 30 of 45. They did pit on 15, so I suspect they will be into the pit lane. We've got 2 more laps. Oh, very close to 3, but it will be 2, unfortunately. Yeah, there we go. Confirmation, everyone in. So we've got 2 laps to quali mode. Keep up with Renus. And try and jump a load of these fouls. And Alex Palou has an 8-second lead. My goodness. Whoa, bit of a moment again. Dipping a little wheel in the grass. This has been a positive lap. Again, they're going to be struggling on cold tyres. And we're banging in, you know, decent lap times, relatively speaking, for us. Whilst they're getting up to speed. So we should actually be gaining quite a bit here. Should. But obviously we're boxing this lap. We're keeping up with Renus as well, really nicely. And we're nearly PBing as well on this lap. Obviously we're not going to because we're going to pit, but still. And we're going to clobber the curbs. The classics. Right, straight in the pit lane. A little bit more risky this time, but not crazily. And in we go. Woo-wee! Very sweaty. Right, alternate set. Fuel set. Car set. Way long. Nice. And we're rolling. Can we jump Herta and the likes? It's going to be really close. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. They're going to get ahead of us. We're going to be in the middle of it again. Okay. We've jumped a little bit of that, I think. Yeah, because we had a Rahal. It's not quite as good as I wanted, but still. Just get these tyres up to temp and let's go on the attack. Come on. Whoops. Again, a little bit deep. Mate, I am picking up the off-tracks. Should have seen how many instant points everyone had at NASCAR in the COTA race that I did against the AI. So many. If that was an actual, like, if there were like penalties and stuff, there would have been a lot of drive-throughs and maybe a few DQs. Right, here we go. Let's get on the button a little bit. Let's start hammering in the lap times. We'll be way faster than these for a moment. We're nearly half a second up this lap already. But obviously we're going to get held up behind Ericsson here. Until we can find that move through. Can't do it here. We'll do it down into T1. And he's had a moment as well to make that much easier. Here comes the PB. And that was nice and easy. It's actually been a very enjoyable race so far. Well, careful of the rear end. Not quite as enjoyable, you know, obviously battling for the victory at Long Beach, but obviously that one didn't work out for us, that's fine. But now we get to enjoy the last half of this race, or the last portion of this race rather. Softer tyres versus everyone. This is going to be a big PB for us. Whoa, and a big moment for Colton Herta. 109.2. PB by nearly 3/4 of a second. Straight on the button. He was trying to cover it off, but we're going for it anyway. Just got way more grip than him. Way more. And as you can see, everyone up ahead, they're running the primaries. They're running the harder tyres. Who's catchable before these tyres go off? Will our tyres go off as aggressively as everyone else's? We're quite good on our tyres. We're flying up to Rossi as well. Burning a little bit too much fuel though. Obviously using a bit of the push to pass as well, which obviously burns more fuel. It's not free. Okay, a few drivers in the pit lane. Lundgaard being one of them. So there's a freebie maybe. Depending on where he comes out. So those 3 stoppers. Yeah, Lundgaard has dropped in behind us. And by quite a bit as well. So the driver wheel battling for victory. Our teammate battling for victory back in Long Beach. And at the moment, Alex Palou leads, Renus VK, Carl Kirkwood in 3rd position. But I believe VK and Palou have not stopped. They've just come into the pit lane as Alex Palou now. Carl Kirkwood could win this, is going to win this race, I think. Genuinely. McLaughlin also in. So we're going to gain a few spots here because of that. Alex Palou's already out. VK's out just here. So we're just ahead of Renus VK. Maybe our fight was with VK earlier, who knew? Who'd have thunked it? We've got 6 laps to go. And VK has really struggled to get those tyres up to 10. He's actually dropped even further back. What a disaster. And our pace has dropped off. We're not closing up to Rossi anymore. Obviously Colton Herta's not too far behind really. I'm only about a lap over on fuel, so I can't be using the button too much. Let's stay in there with Rossi. I wonder if his tyres are going up a little bit as well. Just watching my fuel level because I'm a little worried about it. Not crazily, but just enough. Obviously one little trip onto the marbles and basically we're gone. So got to be careful with them. Stay on the racing line. Keep pushing. Sometimes it's easier said than done, especially with my lack of skill. He says, locking up into the hairpin. Nice. I think it's 2 laps left to go. It's going to need a mistake from Rossi for us to get really to him and then to maybe even have an opportunity. But I'm not really confident in that. We'll see. We kind of keep him under pressure. We're keeping it at that 1 second. Also, Pelot's got past Dixon, so he's back onto the podium. Here we go then. Last lap of the race. We've got 2 laps of fuels. Let's start burning some push to pass and start lobbing this car around. See if we can close up at all. Oh, snatch the front left. Careful. We're as close as we've ever been. Is he going to have a moment here? Whoa, we pushed it in really hard there. We're so close, but they're just quick round this final bit where it whips round. It's not going to be enough. Do you know what? I'm well happy with 6th place. Well happy with 6th place. Cracking stuff. And it was indeed Kyle Kirkwood who would win the race. Wow. I actually really enjoyed that. Again, AI in this game, stick it on hard on the adaptive AI, and it's good fun. Kyle Kirkwood, though, across the line to win. Look at how many Hondas are up there. Obviously, we're up there for Chevy. There's no difference in this. It is what it is. Back here on the second page, you've got Scott McLaughlin down in just 17th position after starting, I think it was 3rd position, wasn't it? Pato Award started 19th, I think finished 19th. Disastrous day for Penske as well. Will Power finishing outside of the top 20. Obviously, you had Joseph Newgarden having that incident with us and Scott McLaughlin back down at the back end of the top 20. Here's a look at the calendar, of course. I know, again, we're a week late, that's why I've removed the dates. So I'm not sure when I'm releasing the next episode. But, of course, the next episode will be the Indy Grand Prix. And then we'll be building up and doing a full distance race at the Indy 500. I'll probably try and do one of the fixed or open Indy 500 as well against real people rather than AI. We'll see how that one goes. Until then, though, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.